Hey everyone. If you've ever Googled steps or phases in product development, you've probably found more answers than you hoped. And it can get very detailed and specific very quickly. And that is why this video is about the basic principles of product development. We will sidestep industry jargon as much as possible and focus on boosting your confidence level in decision making and asking the right questions. Two things to mention before we dive in. This topic is big. So to keep the discussion focused and digestible, we're not delving into the absolute beginning like a company vision or strategy or the final phases like a product launch. Now, launching a product is especially crucial to understand. It is part of the success and can definitely be seen as part of the product development, but launching a product is also very different and sometimes heavily supported by your marketing team. So we will cover that in a separate video. Secondly, I'm keeping it very simple, not to insult your intelligence, but to build up complexity from simple basic principles rather than diving into the details. So what is at the heart of product development? Well, I think at its core, a good product solves a problem. And if you add development, it is as simple as taking steps to build a product that solves a problem. Now, obviously this definition lacks depth and fails to encapsulate the complexity of the process, but it cuts through the noise, and we are not here to sound clever. Your product won't be used if it isn't solving a problem. It is as simple as that. So there are two essential elements, the problem and the solution. First, we've got to discover the problem our customers are facing. This could be through surveys, interviews, or watching how they interact with current products. It's all about getting into their shoes and understand their needs and frustrations. Once we've got that down, we must define the problem we want to tackle. Not all problems are equally important for your customers or business. So it's about picking the right battle. For this specific problem, we want to develop the best possible solution. We can use all kinds of ideation techniques to develop potential solutions and different ways to test them. Then we want to deliver the best solution as a product for potential users. You see that for the problem and the solution, we diverge, gain as much knowledge, ideas, and understanding as possible, and then we converge and pick the best. So you get two diamond shapes, which is why they call it the double diamond. It's not a very creative name, but I like to keep things simple. Now, one of the biggest challenges with developing and delivering is to be confident we're on the right track and not just feeling good about our ideas. And the key is finding the balance between learning and building. And although the explanation I just gave and the illustration are quite linear, reality isn't. It's a bit like a road trip without GPS. You know somewhat where you want to be, but the road is up for creative navigation. You're ready to make a U-turn when a path leads to a dead end, and occasionally you should ask for directions. It is a journey where the only thing you don't want to do is just stubbornly drive off a cliff with your brilliant sense of direction. So, getting confidence in building the right product. As I said, it is all about confidence during the navigation between learning and building. And I want to focus on one aspect that can be very helpful in getting this confidence. It's about knowing which risks to mitigate before launching your product. And there are 4 of them that I want to focus on. Number 1 is creating value for customers. This is the big one. Does the product solve the customer's problem in a way they care about? If they don't find value in it, they won't use it, let alone pay for it. 2, usability. It's no use having a great solution if no one can really figure out how to use it. Usability is all about making sure our product is intuitive and user-friendly. We want our customers to pick it up and get going without confusion. Number 3, feasibility. Do we have the right skills and resources to build it, and do we want to invest them? It is with purpose that it is not called possibility. Anything feasible is also possible, but it's also realistic and practical. That's a very important difference. Last but not least, number 4 is business viability. We need to ensure our solution makes sense for our business. Will it be profitable? Are there legal hurdles? Does it align with our company's goals? It's all about ensuring the solution benefits us as much as it does to the customer. Ticking these boxes help us avoid nasty surprises after launch. And this is why these are being called risks. You, your team, your boss, and your stakeholders must understand that we can't find absolute truth. We never can. But we can mitigate these risks as much as possible to minimize the resources needed to find the best solution. So let's take our non-existing company, Everything for Your Plants, also called EVIP, better creative. Let's start in the discovery phase. Through some extensive research, our team uncovers various problems that plant lovers face. These include Being away from home leads to neglected plants. Challenges in providing the right amount of sunlight. 3. There's an overwhelming variety of plant choices. In the define phase, we check the internet, talk to our customer base and focus on the most common and impactful problem, the overwhelming variety of plant choices and their needed care. It also fits our company goal and long-term vision of providing the best assistance to care for your plants. We feel that this can be very viable to us. And in development phase, we start with some idea generation through brainstorming. We came up with a lot of ideas and we are mostly interested in these 3. A plant health analytics to understand the health and the needed care for your plant, an interactive plant database with all the plants and their requirements, and a garden layout optimizer, an AR tool to design and maintain your garden. Now, these might be all interesting, but we don't know. We have to test it, but we also don't have all the resources to build everything to perfection. We created an MVP to these 3 ideas that look good enough to test their feasibility and appeal to our target audience, but had just one basic feature. Based on that feedback, we saw and felt that the interactive plant database was the most promising direction and delivered the most value. It directly addresses the core issue of simplifying plant care, offers immediately value, and has significant potential for scalability and integration with other smart gardening features, increasing the viability. Our next step is to develop this MVP further. We will expand the plant database and refine the user experience based on the initial feedback to ensure usability. We also felt comfortable making this app with the experts we have in our team, the budget and the timelines to do further research and development. We therefore think this product is also very feasible to make. We continue to improve our product through alpha and beta testing and delivered our first product to the early adopters we gathered through social media and some influencers. From here, we keep adding more features and improving the current ones based on user feedback. I hope that this product example shows the theory in action and that it isn't that complicated. We are taking steps to solve a problem and find ways to get confident about the choices we have to make. These principles should act as an intuitive baseline through which you can easily explain, structure, and guide your product development journey. Of course, reality is more complex than this example, but this is also just the beginning. These principles will be our common language as we get into more complex topics in future videos and ensure we are not losing sight of the bigger picture. I really can't wait to knit all these pieces together. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up and please subscribe if you want to stay in the loop for the next video.